Welcome back, students. So now we're going to discuss about the doubt clarification, third video. So in this video, we're going to discuss some problems which are all asked by the students. So let me go to the discussion concept. So what is the average of even numbers between 11 to 63? Very simple question, but most of the students ask this question because we can solve this problem in two different ways. And actually this question is based on average. Okay, average means we need to know the number, sum of all the elements by total number of elements is the answer, correct? Look at this. In this question, first I will explain it in a traditional method. Okay, then we will discuss the same concept with shortcut also. See, what is the average of an even numbers between 11 to 63? First of all, we need to know the number of elements, right? So number of elements we need to know, then sum of all the elements. Then we need to add all the sum of elements, so you will get the average value. This is what the process. Okay, so how many elements are there between 11 to 63? First of all, we need to know that. So I will use this method, 63 minus 11. Okay, so 63 minus 11, there are so many numbers are there, but they need the even numbers, so divide by 2. Alternate numbers is the even number, correct? So 63 minus 11 is what? 52, correct? So 52 divided by 2. 52 divided by 2 is what? 26. So totally the number of elements is 26. Okay, now we need to find the sum of those 26 numbers. So in this case, even though it is an average for concept, we need to know the AP formula, summation formula. In AP, we had a summation formula. So AP, sometimes in some competitive exam like banking, there is no concept of AP-GP. But even though inside that, we need to know at these cases what is the AP formula. Some puzzles they can ask the questions. Okay, so what is the summation formula? N divided by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Yes, this is what the formula. So we know that n is 26. Okay, just substitute here 26 divided by 2 into 2 into A is what? From 11 to, see, 11 to 63 is the numbers, but even numbers mean it starts from 12. 12 is an even number and it ends at 62, correct? So 12 to 62. First number is 12. Okay, and n minus 1 means what? 25. So plus n is what? Yes, n is 26. Okay, so n is 26, so n minus 1 is 25 into D. Difference between all, this is an even number, so 2 is the difference. Okay, so if you solve this, you will get the summation of the numbers. So summation is what? 13 into 74. 74. So at last you will get 962 by 26. Okay, so 962 will be the summation and 26 is the number of elements. So our average will be 2696. 3 times 7 times, so 37. Look at this, 37 is the right answer. So actually shortcuts everybody know. This method was asked by so many students, so I had explained how to solve this problem in AP. Okay, using the summation formula, if you solve this you will get the answer, but the same time how to get the answer immediately. Okay, I will explain that concept also. Please listen. The only thing is, what is the average of even numbers? Just to take the average should be from 12 to 62, correct? Even number is 12 and 62, so just add the numbers and divided by 2, you will get the answer. How I will get the answer? But by adding first number and last number divided by 2. How it is possible means, the simple way is consecutive number. This concept is consecutive. First we need to check whether the numbers are consecutive or not. Okay, a number traveling in same interval means that is called consecutive number. So it is a consecutive number. Consecutive number means average will be middle number. Middle number is the average. So I am not finding average, I am finding middle number. So if I want to find middle number means this is the way. First number and last number divided by 2, I will get the middle number. So middle number is 37. Okay, so I am getting only the middle number, not the average. Average formula is different, but Middle number is the average, so I'm finding middle number. So 37 is the answer. Simple. Okay, right. Let me move to the next problem. Next problem is little bit hard type of problem. Okay, it takes too much of time and we need to understand this concept well, even though student asked this question, so I'm going to explain this. So most of the time mains exam question like that, okay, and if sometimes they want to ask an high level questions, they will be asked this. Okay, a vessel contains a mixture of milk and water containing 45% of water. 120 liters of mixture is taken out from the vessel and replaced with 4 liters of water. And the quantity of the milk in the final solution is 10% more than that of water. Find the quantity of water in the final solution. Allocation and mixers means most of the time students had some set of formulas and set of methods to use to getting the answer. Okay, if the question is like this, we need to plot the values like this and we will get the answer in solving this. So this is what we know. But sometimes they says that I'm going to take some amount of water from the vessel and I'm going to add some amount of water. So this is the final solution. What is the final solution? So then so many procedures are included in the same question means we will not getting answers correctly. Okay, so just first understand this question. Okay, listen. A vessel contains a mixture of milk and water. So let take a vessel. Okay, take a vessel. This vessel contains milk as well as water. Okay, so this says that containing 45% of water. So 45% of water means milk will be 55%. Correct? Milk is 55% and water is 45%. Okay, now 120 liters of mixture is taken out. So 120 liter of mixture is taken out and only 4 liter of water, 4 liter of water going to add. Okay, right. And then the quantity of milk in the final solution. So now we're going to see the final solution is milk in the final solution is 10% more than that of the water. So here again the final solution also milk and water. So milk is 10% more than the water. Here two ways students will think. So one is how wrongly we had taken values. I will explain that, and what is the correct way of getting answer. See, 10% more than water means, look at this. Initially milk is 55%, water is 45%. Already it is 10% difference only, correct or not? Water is 45, milk is 55, 10% more than the water. The same resultant was asking here also, 10% more. So again we need to we're going to take 55 and 45, means that is wrong. Okay, so erase those kind of percentage values in your mind. Okay, take freshly. If I gave you 10% more means what you will do after then is water. So if water is 100%, milk will be 110%. Like this only you need to take. Okay, if water is 100% value means milk will be more than 100 is 10% more, so 110. So everything is in a percentage. For our convenience, I'm going to convert everything into ratio. So that is the way of easily you will get the answer. In alligation mixtures, always convert into ratios. Okay, can we draw a diagram? Where should we need to solve some problem. So I will draw here a small diagram. Okay, first of all, see 55, 45. Did I cancel this value? What is the ratio? 5 into 9, 45. 5 into 11 is 55. Okay, same way if I take the ratio for 110 and 100, here it will be 100 is how many times? In 5 first cancel the zeros. Okay, so 10 2 times, 5 2 times, and sorry, 5 table it is not possible. 11 is to 10, that's it. 11 is to 10, so this is the ratio. Okay, right. So initial ratio is, this is the initial ratio and final ratio. Okay, right. Now I'm going to write totally. See, 11 plus 9 is what? In this vessel, 11 plus 9, 20 parts are there. Okay, in out of 20 parts, let me change the color. I'm slowly explain, please listen. Out of 20 parts, we speak about only milk. Okay, either you speak about only milk or you need to speak about only water. Now I'm going to speak about only milk. Okay, in 20 part, out of 20 part, 11 part is milk. In final resultant, 11 plus 10 is what? 21. Out of 21 part, I need 11 part is milk. Okay, so what is interchanged? That 120 liters was taken out and 4 liters of water is including. We does not spoke about water. This diagram is only about milk. In my previous videos, I had explained how we need to solve. If you spoke about milk, means every value, all the value should be in milk. If you spoke about water, everything should be water. Here, I'm going to mix water, but the diagram is based on milk, so I put 0. If I spoke about water, means I will put 1 because water was including there. Okay, right. So now we're going to subtract these values. 11 by 20 minus 11 by 21, and here 0 minus 11 by 21. So what is the value? Here it will be 11 by 21 as it is. Okay, and here 11 by 20 and 21 is 420. 11 20 into 21 is 420. So this is what the ratio. So now I'm going to solve this ratio. Look at this. 11 by 21 is to 11 by 420. Can I cancel these two values? 21 and 420. Look at this 2 times, right? 20. Okay, so 1 by 1, here 1 by 20. So 20 is to 1 is the final ratio. 20 is to 1. Keep it this. We need to going to use this. Okay, so up to this clear? Right. Now the question is, find the quantity of water in the final solution. We need to find the quantity of water in final solution. Listen, initially the vessel is Q. Okay, initially the vessel which contain Q. From this Q, I'm going to take 120 liters of water. This is what the initial, that means this part is Q minus 120. And I'm going to add 4 liters of water. Okay, that is the second part. So Q1 is Q minus 120, okay, divided by Q2 is 4. So Q1 divided by Q2, right? This is the formula. So Q1 is, I'm taking 120 liters out from the vessel, and Q2 is 4 liters I'm going to include. That is Q2. This is Q2. Okay, right. Now, the ratio is what? 20 by 1. If you solve this, you will get the initial quantity. How many liters are there in the initial vessel? You will get it, right? So solve and tell me what is the initial value of Q. So 4 into 2, 8, 80, 1, so 80, 120 plus 80, 200. So 200 liters is the initial quantity in the vessel. Okay, so now I got initial quantity. Now please, now only the question. Up to this, so many problems are there. But after this concept, what they are trying to say is, find the quantity of water in the final solution. So now totally 200 liters are there in the vessel. I am going to take 120 liters from the vessel. So remaining is, if I take 120 liters, means remaining is only 80 liters. I need to find this 80 liter. That is why I find this quantity. Okay, from 200 liter, 120 liters is going to take. So remaining is only 80 liters. So from this 80 liters, what we need to do? Look at this. Final resultant is 11 is to 10 is the final resultant. Okay, what they are asking, find the quantity of water in the final solution. So split this into 11 is to, so totally 10 plus 11, 10, 21. So totally 21 part, correct? So in this 21 part, water is 10 part into 80 is the answer. Okay, totally 80 liters are there now. Okay, so totally 21 part is the 80 liters. 80 liters is nothing but 21 part. Okay, from 21 part, 10 part is water. Okay, so 21, 80, 800 divided by 21. What is the answer? Sorry, something I did mistake. 4 liters I'm going to add. Sorry, yes. Sorry, a small mistake. Up to this is right. See, 80 liters are there. From 80 liters, 120 liters taken out, we got 80 liters plus 4 liter of water was added to this. So 84. Okay, so 84 liters. So now you can solve the same concept. Okay, totally 21 part. In 21 part, 10 part is water into 84. Okay, so 840 divided by 21. So now you know that. So in 7 table we can cancel this. 7 3s are 21 and 7 into 1070, 7 into 11. right? So solve this, you will get the right answer. 12, 12, 12. So if you solve this, you get 40. 40 is the right answer, option B. At last, 40 liters of water in the vessel. Is it clear? If you don't understand, please take a note, take a pen. Okay, solve as usual with me. Okay, what I'm doing, do you also please do it and hear the audio. You will get to know what is happening in this problem. Okay, this is a nice problem with so many twists in this problem. Okay, internet also not available. This answer I have checked. Okay, after that only I solved this problem. So make use of it. Okay. And one more problem. The market price of an article is 20 percentage above the cost price. When the selling price of an article is increased by 30 percentage, the profit doubles. If the market price of an article is 480, then the original price is. So just write what they are saying, you will get the answer. First, I will explain a little bit more. See, the market price of an article is 20 percentage above means, so cost price is always 100 percentage. If cost price is 100 percentage, market price is 120 percentage. This was we know. Okay, when the selling price of an article is increased by 30 percentage, okay, that is we're going to write an equation. So remaining sentence is, if the market price of an article is, this is an article is 480 rupees, so market price is 120 percentage, that is 480 rupees. So now we're going to find the cost price. What is the cost price? If you cross multiply this, you will get 48000 divided by 1200, right? 120. So if you will get 4 times 400, so 400 is the cost price. Okay, so I got the cost price is 400, so 400 rupees is the cost price, we got it. Okay, from this we're going to write. So let compare with cost price, guys. Okay, cost price is 400. Okay, now I will get one profit. Okay, I will take that as an X. I will get one profit. If I increases 30 percentage more, I will get double the profit. Okay, so if I increases 30 percentage more means 30 if cost price is 100 percentage means now it will be 110 percentage, 130 percentage, right? 30 percentage more means, okay, what we'll do, I will get double the profit. So profit is X. Okay, so double the profit means X minus 400. Okay, only profit is 400 is cost price, the extra amount from 400 is the profit. So X minus 400, it will be double. So if you subtract this, you will get the answer. Is it right? Okay, let's write 400 is the cost price. Okay, 130 divided by 100 minus 2x minus 400. Okay, right. Let me first solve 400. When this minus 2 into x minus 400 will come this side, it will plus 2 into x minus 400, right? You can take 130 divide by 100 here. Okay, now 130x, sorry, 130x, you also write x, then only will come get the answer. So 2x, 2 into x, 2x minus 400. If 2 into x is 2x, 2 into 400 is 800, 800 minus 400 is, again you will get 400 is equal to 130x divided by 100. Okay, so in next point I will write 2x minus 130x divided by 100. Okay, is equal to, if you solve this, you will get 200x plus 30x, okay, divided by 100. So at last 70x divided by 100 is equal to 400. This is what the final. So from this, if you solve, you will get the x value. X value is nothing but divided by 70. Just cancel the zeros. Okay, you will get 4000, right? X value is 4,000. So I got X value, that is profit is 4,000. What is the question? If the market price of an article is 480, then the original selling price, profit is 4,000. I want the original selling price. Okay, if you want original selling price, so profit, you got the profit, original selling price. Yeah, divided by 7. 571.42. This is what the final value you will got. Is it yes? So option C is the right answer. The only way is first find the cost to price and the market price, then write this equation. Okay, then if you solve this, you will get the X value. Okay, so what is the original selling price? Okay, so I hope you guys understand these concepts. So if you had any other questions, please send it to me. I will explain in the next upcoming videos. Okay, and in Unacademy daily morning 7:15 to 8 o'clock, I had conducting a speed test, simplification only. Okay, so 45 minutes, and evening 5 to 6 daily we had a conducting an aptitude and reasoning concepts with shortcuts and tricks. Okay, if you are available, please attend these sessions and send your queries and feedbacks to this number. Okay, so I will explain all your queries and doubts in the next sessions. Okay. All the very best, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.